Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Welcome to the new moon in Cancer celebration. Normally, I would have a class right now, but due to certain circumstances, I'm just going to be hosting this right here on the live stream for the night. So, hopefully, some people pop in. If not, that's perfectly cool. This will also be up on IGTV later on for anyone who wants to view it as well. But the new moon in Cancer is literally right now. I'm going to be getting into the new moon in Cancer, a little bit about the week coming up too. So thank you all for showing up. Much love. I appreciate y'all who've been reaching out, trying to see if I was good and such like that. Like, I'm all good. I just had a lot of like changes and transitions to do. A new situation, new job, etc. So I had to like do a lot of things outside of my normal zone. But I think this has a lot to do with like cancer season as well. Not just when it comes to me, but for everyone. I think everyone's kind of building their own like format and their own I would even say like fortress in a sense, right? The reason why the word fortress comes up has a lot to do with just like the idea behind cancer energy, although it is mostly known for being like emotional, intuitive, and such like that, it's also the energy of the tribe. It's also the energy of the people. As a matter of fact, this new moon in Cancer, to the Chariot card in the tarot, that's all I've been thinking ever since this like started, right? So because this is going to be like this Chariot card in the tarot, it's like you're finally going to push forward that thing that you've been like working on and this thing that you're supposed to like do. I think what's happening is that, especially because we just had a serious portal that we passed by and such like that, this is really like getting people the codes, I would say, to like really start to implement what they're meant to accomplish. And it's not just about the accomplishment, it's about how do you feel getting the thing done that you love to do, right? It's not like in the Capricorn sense of like, oh, legacy, like what am I going to build? Like Cancer is more so like not necessarily what they're going to build, but how are they going to like feel through these situations and scenarios in order for everyone to like be in the right vibe. How are they going to feel through their emotions in order for them to understand what's the next thing for them to do? Building your fortress, right? So I think for some reason that pulled through to me. It's like a building of the fortress. It's about like making sure that you have your own home ground, even if you don't like know your home ground. This is you like kind of tapping into parts of your ancestry or parts of your it's digging in deep, right? And the reason why it's just like a digging in deep, you have to acknowledge your emotions and your feelings and such like that, right? Because acknowledging the emotions and the feelings behind it is where your power is at. Like you'll be like, oh, why am I not manifesting this? Why isn't this thing coming? Because you didn't feel that it was going to happen. You thought it was. You might have overthought it. You might have whatever else, but you didn't feel it and let it go. You're supposed to let go of the mental and then just let that feeling carry it on into the universe, into the sphere of things. And that's the differential between the two. And cancers are masters of this type of energy, right? It's also about like creating this emotional vibe within the room and the room that you walk in. What type of mojo do you want to bring within the room? You get what I'm saying? What type of mojo do you want to bring in the room? What type of vibe do you want to bring in the into the room when you pull up? You get what I'm saying? Like these are the type of things that are going to start to be highlighted when it comes to this new moon. So I have the new moon right here. So we're going to be going through this new moon. Shouts out to this beautiful almanac. But getting into this, right? And I'm not gonna be on here for super long because one, I got to wake up dumb early tomorrow to do more stuff. I'm just doing this because like it's for the love. And I will be having the new moon and full moon classes moving on and going forward. It was literally just circumstantial where I was like, I literally do not have time to do this new moon portion. So like I said, much love once more to the people who reached out, said what's up. I do have a lot of things coming up. As a matter of fact, because I just figured out my timings for the next month, I will be actually conducting more live readings. So if you've ever wanted a reading with me live, or if you ever wanted a reading and like a recording, I'm going to be adding a couple new services coming within this next coming week. So please be on the lookout for that. I will be having my times opening up again for those who've been willing and wanting to reach out. I should also also be having more time to do classes and such like that. So please be on the lookout in this premise. Really hyped to be doing all of that. Thank you all so much for your patience when it comes to like this content, because I know I've been moving, so I'm more than sure it's just there's a lot of things going on for everyone else too. And thank you all for being here. This is mad impromptu. So much love. Let's get into like this new moon in Cancer though. So when it comes to this new moon in Cancer, what I want to point out first of all is that it's at 18 degrees, right? And 18 degrees in degree theory, this is a degree, quote unquote, the way that they would explain it is like the degree of like evil. But what it is that it's basically like a scientific mind to understand how each thing moves in the format. So if you ever seen, it's more so it's called a diabolical degree. So the way I like to say about this like diabolicalness is that it's not inherently evil, but something can be diabolical for good in a sense, right? Like, haha, I will do X, Y, and Z in order for these good things to happen, right? These people can be diabolical, quote unquote, for good. And what this diabolicalness isn't necessarily inherently negative, although you do have to watch out if you think this is something that pops up and you're like, what? The reason why is because this is about bridging in what makes you comfortable, right? But what makes you comfortable might even be something that's a little more taboo. What makes you comfortable might be something that's a little more like misunderstood than other people. And what this new one in Cancer is about is like accepting all of those aspects to it and making sure that you're able to like stay within that peace, that you're able to stay within that emotional vibe that you're trying to seek in this process as well. So that's definitely something that I'm seeing pop up with this. Hello to everybody in here. I do see y'all. Much love for y'all being here. I'm dummy tired, so my fault if I'm not as like whoo as usual. I have been up for a very long time. So shopping in, showing love. Hey, what's up? Let's go. Much love, much love. This is, like I said, the new moon in Cancer. I'm about to go through what I'm seeing in this chart that pops out to me. I'm gonna be pulling a couple cards. My phone about to die, so I'm gonna keep it a stack. So, and I did that on purpose so I'd be able to like do this and not do that. This new moon is draining AF. This is from a Cancer, y'all. Shouts out. But like, this is a very draining time, because then that's what that 18 degree point I was trying to mention. It's like, it's almost like spirit is coming through and just in your intuition real quick, and you're like, I don't know if you ever seen Caleb City. Caleb City has some hilarious videos, but there's like the way that he like fake falls and knocks himself out. That's what the new moon in Cancer is kind of doing, because it wants to almost bulldoze like what do you not deem home to you and bulldoze your way to your new home. Bulldoze your way to your like new creation, bulldoze your way into your new space in this process. So that's a very, very powerful portion coming in. And why is this powerhouse? I think because in this new moon in Cancer, we also have Venus and Mars both in Leo, right? So this is about to be pushing forward this passion. This is about to be pushing forward that love. It's about to be pushing forward that creativity, that art, that heart, everything along the lines of that. How do you want to bridge in that art, that heart into the new home that you're building? How do you want to bridge in that art and that heart into the new people that you want to communicate with, the new communities that you're building, right? I've been out for the last week or so because I've been doing stuff to build community where I'm at, right? So like we've been building community. We've been making sure that everyone knows certain ground rules. We've been able to understand everyone has their own different emotional processes, and we all have to like go about things our own way in order for us to feel good, and whatever that we have to do to self-care and take care of ourselves is what's going to take priority, because nobody else knows how to do that. But having a space like that open is what makes you able to flourish underneath it, right? And that's what I think. So when I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not doing a live stream or something, or if I miss a class or like whatever the case is, it's because I'm doing this stuff real time. Like I don't come here and play transit game and then just like, oh, that's it. Like we live in this out here. So it's like if I'm like, yo, we out here doing this community, or Cancer season is about building community, this, that, and the third. That's what I'm going doing. Now, this is what I'm doing in another aspect of my life, but this is how this is going, right? Huge move. We always moving, baby. Yay. Let me stop. But you know, more coming soon. More coming soon. Just stay tuned. But regardless, like this is what's like happening when it comes to this, right? Now, getting into this next portion in this next space, what I have to like mention when it comes to this as well, it's not making a direct opposition, but there is an opposition to Pluto in this process as well. So this once more, this like this nature that I was talking about. This I didn't even see this the first time when I was talking about the new moon in Cancer, but I was already honestly explaining it. That's a beautiful thing about astrology and how like these interpretations can go is that like when you start talking about an energy, sometimes the energies are already popping in because you have to explain those energies in the process. It's an amazing thing. Please pull up to my classes when I start my classes up again for real. Cause that's gonna be fire. Lot just trust. It's gonna be lit. Also be sure to check out my new song. It's called Wonderful It Was. I'm gonna probably play it at the end. It's honestly fantastic. It's the most incredible song. It is the most me song I've probably like put out to people thus far. So if you want to know Chad the Maverick, Maverick Star, etc., listen to that song because it explains a lot, even just energetically. So definitely check that out because that shit is crazy. I have way more when it comes to the music and the art as well. Like there's so many things. I'm so excited for this summer. Um, let's get it popping. Much love, appreciate it so much, appreciate it. So let's get to this new moon once more again. Getting back into the new moon, this was opposite with this. What's up, yo? This is opposite this Pluto and Capricorn energy. So now there's this purging, there's this releasing, there's this letting go of what doesn't make you comfortable is supposed to be deaded. Like it's like if you know that person and being around that person gives you the same terrible vibe every time, you need to that vibe. You know what I'm saying? I spazzed out on my boss today. I'm a Capricorn. She's an Aries. She needed it. Yo, like this is the new moon in Cancer. How you feel is what's most important. But like you need to honor how you feel in a way where it's like you keep your own integrity in the process. But outside of that, this is how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. Yo, I'm not gonna front. That song is perfect for this Cancer and this Pluto and Capricorn. Way too high. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. But like on the real, like in the opening, because when you cut these like off, a huge thing I need to mention to y'all that just came in, if y'all need to cut cords, I think this is a really good time frame to like cord cut, to be real. Now it just came through to me, but this is a pretty good time to like cord cut. And normally I wouldn't mention that for new moons, but I feel like this new moon in Cancer, because of this 18-degree point, is a good time for like cord cutting and opening up yourself to a new situation that like brings you the parts and the aspects that you liked about the other thing, but like way better and way more in tune with who you are, way more in tune with your own soul. That just kind of came through. I came on here like I ain't gonna be on here that long. I'm just gonna talk about the new moon a bit, and now I'm talking and rambling. I'm still tired of shit, but it's how it go, right? Interesting time on cord cut time. Yeah, I don't know why that popped up. So I know somebody in this chat needed that then. I'm tired of dimming my light to make others feel better. Wait until Leo season. Trust. This is what I'm saying. Like, Cancer season, take the time out to yourself. Take your time to rest, but also keep pushing these things forward. But like, you know, you can still chill. You can still give your time to sleep. You can still give yourself time. I had to take a nap before this. You had to give yourself time. You had to give yourself time to chill. Do that, right? But keep moving forward. I'm moving forward on some like kissy go shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how that's gonna go. Now, what else do I need to point out with just this new moon in Cancer energy? So as far as this energy is concerned, let me just like double check through. Mind you, like this isn't as deep as I normally would go into a class, but this is also very impromptu, and I wasn't even gonna go live, but I was like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this new moon in Cancer is going to be pushing forward for the next week or two. When I'm talking about these energies, so I should be giving more and coming back on for other things, but I won't be able to do it weekly tomorrow. So I'm going to be kind of talking about how this new moon is setting the foundation upcoming, and I'll be covering those specific transits in different videos. So I will be changing up my format a little bit, but just trusting the process because it's going to be lit. So weird. I was just giving that message in a reading to keep moving through the motions while letting things be unveiled. I'm going to repeat that one more time because you said you just got that message, but it's like, these we're probably bringing in the same type of vibe because that's what's coming in this process. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it one more time for y'all. Keeping moving through the motions while letting things be unveiled. Good time for abundance checks, money, say less. Nah, but on the real, like this is like what's gonna be coming in with this new moon. We also have Mercury in Cancer. No, Mercury again. Sorry, Mercury, Sun, Gemini. Mercury's in Gemini and it's about to go into Cancer soon. I'll be having a video on Mercury in Cancer. So, like, my format is changing, like I said, but I'm still going to make sure that the astrology is covered. So, what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure just one more time that I have the aspects covered as far as this one is concerned, because I'm really spent, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Y'all bang with me for my transparency. I'm spent right now, but I'm still going to pull a couple cards just because let's see what's going on with the overall collective. I'm not doing all the signs like I normally would do, but yeah. So new moon in Cancer, tap into your intuitions, tap into your vibe, and take your time out to rest if you have the time to, or if you have the chance to. Like just really delve into that because this is what's going to. Leo season is when things pop off, right? Cancer season is when things are like you have to honor self before you pop off in Leo season. Like this is the first inkling of the summer. So you're finally being like, oh, I can go out and do different things now. Some things are being lifted. So it's like, oh, I can go and like just experience life and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, you still need to like rest, and there's a lot of recuperation that needs to be done. This moon is making this square over to Chiron. This is healing a lot of old wounds from beforehand, especially old like childhood wounds. Someone say Cancer ascendants too, 100%. Brilliant effort. I appreciate it. Like this is what I'm saying. We just gotta keep hustling. Seeing a lot of what needs to be unveiled. The truths are surfacing. Still ready for the vacations, facts. And I think everyone's ready for a vacation, and whether that be like a real vacation or like a spiritual one or an emotional one, take that vacay. Whatever what you have to do in regards to that, right? So I'm about to pull a couple cards for this new moon in Cancer overall. Then I'm gonna dip out just for the night. So I appreciate y'all for popping in. I will be having like the full classes and the whole nine and everything recorded. This is me. I'm out the shower, just wash my hair. Let's get this together, right? Oh, what we got? The Tower card. Remember I was mentioning that 18 degree about how certain things need to get like torn up, how certain things need to just apart. So a big part of this like new moon in Cancer is that there's a certain things that are completely being thrown into they're completely being unlifted from under your feet in order for you to get that unveiling. 100% unveiling is a very strong theme for this new moon in Cancer, honestly. So there's a certain unveiling that is happening. The Tower card is basically destroying your perceptions of how you used to see something, and how you used to see what your own intuition, how you used to see what your own connection with spirit, how you used to see what your own emotions, right? So not just the Tower card, we also have willpower. So it's also about you pushing forward your power of will. Remember when I mentioned that Chariot energy? That's what I'm saying when it comes to that willpower. It's you being able to like have this steadfast nature, you being able to have this this ability to keep on moving forward no matter what the feeling is, right? The feeling is it's going to get done. So whatever feelings you have to experience in the process is all about that ultimate end goal. And that's kind of what this new moon in Cancer is trying to show you. A win-win outcome is forecast, right? So what's coming up for a lot of people is that there's a win-win situation. If you were not getting along with something beforehand and you're like, why can't we get along? Why can't whatever the case is? It's probably because y'all were not on the same emotional frequency. Now because there's a win-win concept coming in, now it's like hey, all right, I was emotionally here, cool, where you were emotionally there, cool, yeah, all right, we good now? Can we are we good? Are we kosher? Whatever the case is, that is pretty much the vibe that I feel coming in when it comes to that in this process, right? As you can see, I'm just grabbing random decks and pulling from them, but this is how we do it. But let's see what else we got, right? Why I haven't checked in on the Peace Dealers live right now? I'm about to go there right now. Chill. I had to do it for my people too, though. You know what I'm saying? We all in this together, but for my people too. Look, 11th house. Shouts out to Peace Dealer. I'm literally about to pop in after I'm done with this, and I'm finna go to bed. But outside of that, this is the this is the 11th house portion, right? And this is about connecting to the greater community. So I find it mad funny that you mentioned the feast dealer's live. Very 11th house. All of his lives are a very 11th house like thing. Y'all should go check him out after this, as a matter of fact. Shouts out to the homie. But that's pretty much what's going on there with this process. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole portion of this 11th house, is bridging in community. I ain't want to do this live stream tonight. I was like, I'm finna go to bed. But I also understand, in the position that I am, and I also understand that with the work that I do and with y'all and the understanding and this new moon and everything else like that, it's not about that. It's about the community. It's about the people. Once more, the new moon in Cancer is about the people. So I was like, screw it, whatever. Like, I'm going up here for the people, because that's what that love is. That's what that feeling is. That's what that is about. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's about like the people at the end of the day. So in my circumstances, like, I literally have to wake up dumb early tomorrow to work all day. But at the same time, what's that? I know what this new moon's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be an astrologer if it wasn't for me helping other people understand what's going on too. If I just wanted to keep this info to myself, I could have. You know what I'm saying? I could have done something else. I could have X, Y, and Z and just like used it to move it or not. But it's not about that for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that for me. It never has been. It's about like the love of it, the art of it, the helping of it, the understanding of it. Because this shit saved my life. This shit really helped me understand, where I was like, oh, this is something mad deeper than like what was just shown to me, or like, oh, there's way more history behind X, Y, and Z. And for me, and my fourth, like, this is my fourth house space time right now, I have to be tapping back into that, because my ancestors were astrologers. So it's like this is the whole premise of like that fourth house, and it's gonna be different for every other person. I'm just giving this as an example in this process, and I use myself as an example. I'm a freaking Aries rising. I don't know what else to do in that regard, but like, this is the way that ends up like going on. I only speak for myself. That's basically the way that I like to see it. Although I am speaking as part of said universal construct, to let y'all know, but thank you. Much love, much love, much love. I see y'all in here. I started getting hot. My fault. I do not know how much battery I have left on here, but when I tell you that, I was literally like, and I was like, but I got to for y'all. Intuition wise, how does one really get tapped into there? Stop listening to other people. No one knows shit. Like stop listening to other people. You wanna actually tap into your intuition. Like, let's get behind. Let's like screw everything else. Like screw everything else. Let's keep it a stat. New moon in Cancer. You want to get tapped into your intuition? Stop listening to people, because people do not have your best interest. Straight up, they don't. They don't understand your best interest, because they don't feel what you feel. So it's not like a bad way, and I'm not even saying this in a negative capacity, but people really are like, how do I do this? Even me, don't ask me about your intuition in this regard. Like, ask your intuition about your intuition. And don't even necessarily have to ask your intuition about your intuition, but it's like, yo, like, people do not care. So when they're like, oh, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to just dive in and trust that, like, your own gut. You have to trust in your own feelings. Someone said, orb, chill. But regardless, like, what I'm saying is, right, like, this is what's going in with that. So that's what's so important. That's why I'm yelling right now. Like, how do you first figure out yourself? Okay, my fault. I didn't read the second part of the question. That already had me going. But like, you can't listen to like other people trying to tell you what certain things are. You need to experience that yourself. The only teachers that can teach, I consider myself a teacher, because I don't tell anyone like the definitive answer. Like, I will peep you all the stuff that I learned, but I'm not going to be able, like, oh, here's this one thing. I used to hate parts of school, like if I was in like an AP class or some shit, because we were talking about literature, and they're like, no, there's only one answer for this thing. And I'm like, that's freaking impossible with my Sagittarius ass. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Y'all are stupid. Or like, not stupid, but stupid. So with that being said, right, this is like you said, I'm tired of shit. So I appreciate y'all for showing up. This is still all on the new moon in Cancer and what this energy is coming up for this upcoming week. Oh, what's up, Brandon? How's it going? I was just finishing. I'm finishing this up. What's up? But like, yeah. So this is what's pretty much coming in. I'm about to go to bed. I'm telling y'all. I just had to pop through for y'all one time. Let me go to sleep. But when it comes to this whole thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, AP Flat, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. But basically. Yo, he know how early we gotta get up tomorrow. That's ridiculous. Like, I ain't sleeping like 3-4 days. People like, yo, where's the live stream at? Hey, yo, where the thing at? Where the thing at? I'm like, I've been up for days. Much love though, much love. So outside of that, I think that's gonna be it for like this overall like new moon in Cancer though. This is just about building community, bridging in that tribe, and trusting in your intuition. Ain't nobody else looking out for you and your intuition. Ain't nobody looking out for that except for your tribe and except for those people that can connect you on that soul level, right? Except for your ancestors that have been helping you and bridging through this whole entire process, whether you know it or not. So this is what this is all about in this capacity. Be sure to like let go and open up for everything else with the vibes. I'm going to be putting this up on the IGTV and such like that as well. So if you want to go back and check it, definitely feel free to. And outside of that, much love, y'all. Appreciate y'all for showing up to this new moon celebration real quick. I'll be having the classes and everything else like that coming up very soon. Please look out for the IG stories and whatever I end up posting in that regard. But yeah, appreciate y'all for showing up. Much love. I'm going to bed. Like true new moon and Cancer energy is all about. Peace.